Today I'm announcing my retirement as mayor of the city of Clinton at the end of this term, June 30th, 2025. I have served the people of Clinton and Hinds County since my appointment as a member of the Planning and Zoning Committee in 1988. Including that appointment, I've been elected to the city and county government for 37 years and 6 months. That time includes 4 years on the Planning and Zoning Committee and 33 and a half years and 10 elections as a political figure. I would like to thank my wife, Kathy, and my 2 children, Brian and Dana, for their patience, their understanding, and sacrifice during this service. I would also like to thank Cheryl Reese, who is my administrative assistant. She's been with me since I was on the Board of Supervisors. I'm also grateful to my department heads and city employees for their dedication to the community and the outstanding results they have produced. As a team, we've been given over 40 awards by various outside organizations in recognition of their excellent work. I want to thank the citizens that have given the encouragement throughout this 3-decade journey. I'm also thankful to those that disagreed with me. I think your disagreement helped make a better product. And finally, the press. I believe the reporters have treated me fairly, sometimes with praise, others with criticism, but I don't believe they've ever been biased in their writings. The reason I'm leaving in June is because I have accomplished everything I envisioned when I took the mayor's office. I do not believe someone should remain in office just because they can get reelected. I believe anyone serving should have a vision for a future, and there comes a time to leave. I believe that anyone given the public's trust should leave that trust better than when they received it. And as I close out this chapter in my life, I hope I have accomplished that for you. Also, I'm leaving because I wanted to give any potential mayoral candidate plenty of time to prepare themselves and run for office. They have a lot of work to do in getting a campaign together and also getting their vision together for the city that they would want to lead. There are many city improvements that I am proud I was able to gain enough support for to make a reality. A few of those are the economic growth, Connect West, parks and recreation improvements, increased public safety protection, including being rated as one of the safest cities in the state over the last 7 years, and making Clinton, lowering our insurance rates, our fire insurance rates. These efforts, coupled with the Big Black Water Project or sewer project, gives Clinton an opportunity to continue its growth and be a viable city into the next century. The question is, will the city continue along this path? One issue I have noted is that as a city, Clintonians remain divided over whether or not they want to grow or remain the same. Although the no-growth side is getting smaller, I still hear complaints whenever a business wants to come into town and locate in Clinton. I've always held the view that a city is either growing or dying. It can never stand still. Those who want it to stand still, those who want to halt any growth, do harm to the future generations of our city as they want to move here to Clinton one day. I also see this in elections. Those running for office will say they are for economic growth, get elected, and then find a reason to vote against economic growth. With that in mind, I urge you to challenge each candidate for mayor and the various alderman positions to clearly enunciate their vision for Clinton's direction in 4, 10, and 20 years. If they cannot answer that question, how are they going to vote on it when it comes in front of them during a board meeting? All candidates should be asked specific and direct questions, particularly the incumbents. Incumbents have been in office. They have a record. Review those records and remember, it's not what they say that matters, it's how they vote. I believe Clinton will be best served if the next mayor is a younger person, preferably with smaller children. That is where our future is, and a younger mayor will better know the needs of a younger generation, and we need younger people moving to Clinton. What Kathy and I will be doing starting July 1st, 2025 is still up in the air. We will travel, and maybe I'll take up the guitar again, but whatever happens, I will remain appreciative of the 37 and a half years of appointed and elected service that you have allowed me. Again, together we can do anything. Thank you. Do you have any questions?
What's been your overall best accomplishment since you've been in office?
You know, normally you would answer that with something physical like the big Black River Pipeline or all the awards and that sort of thing. To be honest with you, my father, when he was alive, taught me that the best way to lead is to organize, deputize, and supervise. We've got some great department heads in this city, people that have done an excellent job for me and for the citizens. I was able to get that group together, give them a direction that I thought they should go, and then get out of their way. And I have watched them do spectacular work. That gave me time to then just sit back and think, where do we need to be in 20 years? How do we get there? What assets do we need to put together to get to that goal? So I would have to say, quite honestly, it's the team that I worked with on the staff, and they worked with me. And the secret to it has been hire professional people. Don't try to tell them how to do their job because you don't know. And just set them loose.
How long ago did you make the decision not to run for election?
Well, since you ask, I really hadn't planned to run 4 years ago. But I waited so long, I guess everybody thought I was going to run anyway, so the next thing I knew, there was somebody who I didn't feel like should be in office running for the position, so I ran. And I'm glad I did, because there's been a lot done this 4 years that would not have been done, I don't believe. But we really, I guess, nailed it down into its finality 6 to 8 months ago. And just sort of, at that point, started planning what to do and when, and how to do it, and how much lead time should I give. And I feel like giving this 10 months lead time will help anybody who wants to run for the office the opportunity to get themselves organized, get their campaign together, and then and go forward.
Mayor, how old are you, and is this like your age a part of the reason why you want to spend more, family time, just kind of lying there and hang out with the wife?
I don't know. You have to ask her if she wants to hang out with me. But I'm 70 years old. But no, I mean, I feel fine. My health is good. And I just think it's time for me to leave. And it's time for younger blood to come in and have their ideas and their thoughts and the vision of that younger generation start to lead this city. If we want to bring young people into a community, you need younger people. You don't need a 70-year-old guy up here who just knows what I know and how I've always done things. We need to bring people in there who have a different way, a different mindset, who understand the technologies of today and how to take things forward. So I think that's an important thing at this point.
Mayor, are there any other reasons why you're stepping down other than the fact that you would think that the city served better by someone younger? And how hard of a decision was this?
Well, it's always hard to leave. I mean, at this point, I've retired from Procter & Gamble, the military, and now from the city. And I've never been retired before. So July 1st, when I wake up, I really don't know what I'm going to do. So we're going to have to work through that. And it's always difficult to think that you, at some point now, will be turning it off, and you won't have the responsibilities and the constant thinking that you're doing and coming up with ideas and different ways to get things done. All that will just go away. So that's going to be something that I need to get used to. But I think that, because I've been, in responsible positions now, leadership positions in the military and with the city for 25 years, the last 25 years. So that's gonna be something hard to just cut off, but, it's just time. I mean, I've been in office 12 years, getting reelected. I've done everything I envisioned that I wanted to do. So there's no need for me just to sit there and take the office. I would be doing this probably if I was 50 and I'd done this and I had everything done. I just don't think people should be in office solely to be in office.
A suitable candidate announces, would you anticipate making an endorsement?
Yeah, I would think about that. I would, if they thought it would help them. They might think it would hurt them. You don't know. But I think that, but I don't want a candidate that's, you know, would have done exactly what I would have done. That candidate needs to have their own vision. They need to have their own direction. I hope they would keep a lot of things that I was doing, but they need to know how to set the city up for success as we move into the future and not just stay where we are. You know, the city can grow, but if the government doesn't advance with it intellectually, then you're really, it's sort of dragging it back at the same time. So we need to have somebody in there that's enthusiastic and really is vested in the future with their own children coming up and their own families to want to answer those needs that younger generations are looking for. Anything else? We good?
I came in late. Do you mind just clarifying the reason why why you're stepping down or retiring?
Yeah. Let me just go back and I'll reread that portion to you. That way we'll all have it right. I'm just saying, I got a call before I came in here, and some guy had heard that I was resigning effective today, and I'm not. So let's make sure we get it all right. The reason I'm leaving at the end of this term is because I have accomplished everything I envisioned when I took the mayor's office 12 years ago. I do not believe someone should remain in office just because they can get reelected. And I believe anyone serving should leave the office better than they received it. And finally, it's just time for me to leave. So that's what it boils down to.
You talk about some economic developments that you've been a part of, and I know that there's one that is, you guys have mixed emotions right now with the new housing development. Did that play into anything?
Oh, no, I've been through thicker fights than that. I still got two big fights to go, one with the county, one with the library. I'm not going to be sitting around, idle. We'll be working on, there's some other projects that I'm working on that I want to have through by June. But, no, they're always, anytime you have a new neighborhood coming in, those who are around it are always opposed to it. And if it was somewhere else, they'd be fine with it. So, you have those situations. But economically, of course, the first thing you think about now is Rising Springs. But we've got another development coming up in the middle of town behind Trustmark that is going to be another shopping area that's coming along. We have two housing developments on the verge of starting. We've got, we've got an announcement we're going to have, I hope, in the winter. I can't say anything about it now, but hopefully in the winter it'll be announced. Highway 80 is going to be reworked to tie into Rising Springs. We've got the big black sewer line going, but in with that, we also have growth and improvement in other sewer lines to help the neighborhoods north and west